When asked how it all started, I always tell that it all began that day when we went to botanical gardens. We, meaning yours truly, and two of my friends. Whose idea was it to visit the abandoned station? Who persuaded the others to go? I always tell them that I don't remember. I always lie. It is a safe lie. Or there is no way to ascertain the truth. Both Vitaly and Eugene are dead now. The massive airlock doors shrugged and opened with a grinding sound, opening a road to hell for us and a road into the metro for the demons. But in fact, it all started that day when Mother said we should take a walk in the botanical gardens and go there by metro. I remember how we took a short escalator to the surface, how we exited a spacious glass pavilion and saw a street buried in green. I remember the smoke clouds moving across the limitless sky and soft, cool wind on my face. Mother bought me an ice cream. That was the last time I tasted it. That day, humanity was executed. The righteous and the sinful were called to be rendered according to their deeds. And we hid from God's sight in the metro. And we were saved from his wrath. And he apparently decided that flushing us out wasn't worth the trouble. Then he went about his business, or perhaps died, while we stayed on this used up and discarded earth and continued just going with it, going nowhere. I remember so many random, unnecessary things, yet I don't remember the most important one. My mother's face. She died very soon after the war started. All that remains of her is that day in the gardens. How I wished I could recall her face. The way she looked at me. The way she whispered that I have nothing to fear. I'd sell my soul just to recall that. I'd do that any day, any time. And I did.
Welcome back, ladies and losers. I am back after a little bit of a hiatus. Well, I would say hiatus, but really my headset broke and I needed a new one. And that took about a week or so. So this is a new mic. This is a new headset. I mean, it's the same brand, but it's brand spanking new. So if I maybe sound a little better, because the old pair was like, I think almost 2 years old. But same HyperX deal. So I should sound the same. I made a little adjustment to the microphone sound level because it sounded a little quieter than my last one. I don't know if that's just me or not, because I don't have the two side by side. I returned the other pair. But anyway, that's just a load of nothingness. In the last Let's Play, we had just beaten Metro 2033, and we had spared the Dark Ones. Now, in Metro Last Light, it follows a different path. We'll get into that as I start up the game. But, you know, let's just get right into Last Light. Now, Last Light, I enjoy a little more than Metro 2033. In Metro 2033, there was only, I think, one part at all where I actually had to fight humans in a head-to-head combat. And that wasn't really, you know, head-to-head. I was sneaking around and shit. It was the Nazis, but the demons mostly took care of them. And I didn't really get to fight them. In Last Light, you do get to fight more humans head-on. Granted, it's not very often still. But later on in the game, there are sections where it is more... where it is demanded. You can't sneak around, and I very much like that about this, because in the last game it was very much survival based, and it wasn't really meant, oopsie, this game automatically saves your game progress. Okay, good to know. And it was very much survival based, and you more so fought mutants than anything else. But luckily with this game, you get to fight more humans. And not just from the shadows. Now, I do need to warn you, I've had problems with this game, glitch-wise, in the past. Like, I've gotten stuck here where that guy who's walking away right now just stands there and stares at you, and I can't move. But I hope that at least if the glitches are there, they're funny. But without further ado, let's get right into it. New game. We're gonna go with Spartan, because that Spartan was made for Last Light, and it was when 2033 was made into Redux. This came with it, Spartan mode, I mean. And we're gonna go hardcore. I've never played hardcore on this game before. Make sure you want to override previous game data. Yes, I'm starting a Let's Play. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the slider up a little bit. More, I think that's good. Because I did notice there were some dark areas in the last Let's Play.
The Dark Ones came much later, from the garden's direction. The Dark Ones, huge, towering a full head over the highest man. Nightmarish creatures, creepy as a man turned inside out. Monsters born to destroy us. The word was they were incredibly strong and unnaturally evil. That with bare paws they could tear armed men apart. That's all lies. Truth is even scarier.
Ooh. Sorry for my sniffling. Allergies and all. Okay, this one has nothing to it. Nothing at all. It is simply just what it is. And from the looks of that side picture there, the Dark Ones are indeed involved. Now, is this a prequel, perhaps? Or present day, because we spared them? Well, more into that later.
Well, I used to live nearby. Before the war, up there. I was on the train when it happened. I tried calling my family, but couldn't get through.
Uh-oh.
What the? What happened? Shit! Shit! What's going on here?
Artyom, wake up, Artyom. It's me, Khan.
Khan?
Nightmares, eh? No wonder, after all you've been through.
Where am
Listen, I have incredible news. A couple of days ago, I was near the ruins of the Dark One's hive, and I saw one of them, still alive.
Still alive?
I immediately set out to find you, as you were the one they tried to contact. Before you launched the missile strike again.
Oh yeah, for different things.
Get out! Now! Yes, Ullman, one moment. If a Dark One has survived, it is vital that you try to speak with it, Artyom.
But why?
I realize that as one of the Order now, you report to Miller. But we must persuade him to allow this mission.
Khan, I told you to get out! This is a classified base. You shouldn't even be here. I'll take you to Colonel Miller. Follow me, Artyom.
Get ready, Artyom.
Okay.
I'll be waiting at the exit.
Move it, you
Okay.
bag.
You'll win the big. Anyhow.
I knew a smoker once. During the last year of his life, he had to
Okay,
eat,
got
drink,
my shit.
tiny...
Okay, let's see. Nice little book, and haha, can't forget my favorite lighter. Ah, nice. Okay, now, some things to discuss. L to move. Anyhow, in this story, you launched the missiles against the Dark Ones. It doesn't matter what you did in the last game, if you got the good ending or the bad ending. You launched missiles against the Dark Ones, and you destroyed their hive and eradicated them. But like Khan said, you play this, you get a more point. There is a Dark One who has been sighted there. And not only that, we are now part of Miller's order. We are a ranger, which is pretty nice. We earned our place there. Oh, man. Well, it's not the best music I've ever heard, but as far as it goes, that's pretty good. Artyom does like his books, especially... Hold on. Okay, not the worst. Can I read this? Okay. Artyom likes to do math. Or he was tasked with doing math. As you can see, he's got his wall like back at Exhibition. You don't actually ever get to go back to Exhibition after 2033. Artyom has a teddy bear. I don't know if that's like a childhood thing. But yeah, turn off the lights and let's be on our way. This is D6.
Strange place, this D6.
Привет, Артём.
Привет.
was one of the men who found D6. They gave him a ranger's badge on the spot.
Yeah.
That's nice for him. I had to spend 2 years as a cadet before they accepted me into the order.
Well,
Yeah,
anyway, where
well.
were we? The story is, construction started in Stalin's time and went on until the USSR broke down. War was inevitable, they said. The people believed in a better future. Our leaders put their money on Armageddon.
And did D6
they were
save
right.
them? No.
Nope.
They couldn't reach it in time. And
That's true.
here, it stood for 30 years until our guys stumbled on it. Everything inside was untouched. Weapons, medicine.
True.
Like finding buried treasure, eh?
No
I
kidding.
suppose it's nice down here since they got the reactor working. The lights, the heat. But still, it doesn't feel right. Like, it's too damn good, you know?
Quit whining. It's a gift from your ancestors. Enough to survive down here for decades. Maybe until the world up there will take us back.
Moral points still work the same in this game, and there's still good and bad endings, and I am shooting for the good ending, of course, because I am a good guy. And yeah, I think that means Sparta. It's just with Russian characters.
Keep dreaming in the metros. For me, it still feels like every patrol outside could be the last. Did you hear what
Metro is a very
happened to
popular
Roman's
book.
group?
Made to last.
Romanov. I thought he was in the hospital from the attack on the Great Library.
Discharged last week, so his squad is sent through the marshes to the church base. And Romanov's the only one who makes it there alive.
You're shitting me. The rest of the group? Wiped out?
The marshes are easy. You just look for the markers and flags and walk along them so you don't drown. A child could do it. Well, okay, the shrimps always gave you hell. But come on, what could take a whole squad down?
No idea. They found Romanovs alone at the church, sitting on the floor praying. Since then, he doesn't eat, doesn't react to people. He just speaks to God.
Hope Romanov's not expecting an answer.
What kind of a laugh was that? We have scientists too, medicine, all kinds of good stuff here. D6, as everyone says, also automatic doors, which are kind of cool. As everyone said, D6 is a treasure trove. We don't have toilet seats though, unfortunately.
Look at those two rookies. Doing good. Pathetic. No wonder the colonel ordered training time double.
Yes, and it looks like the easy there, bro. That Miller is expanding his army, I guess.
Come on, stay sharp.
I can't read Cyrillic. But,
Heard about what you did. Respect, man.
yeah.
Word
Which
is,
thing?
there's shit in the marshes. Maybe worse than the Dark Ones.
Oh, boy.
Stay out of there.
Totally didn't hear you.
That was a mighty fine barbecue you made of those dark ones.
Yeah.
Whatever people might say, the Rangers were right to bring you into the Order. We need men like you.
Thanks. I don't really have the same kind of training as you guys do, but I think I have the muscles. I think you get a moral point for this. Breaking the rules. That's kind of a creepy drawing right there. I guess Big Brother's watching. Side, right?
There he is, our hero.
A
I
little
also
awkward.
heard Miller himself sent for you.
Okay. There's just a lot of talking, and I don't want to pass it up, considering everything that's happened. Dummies.
Welcome to the armory. I hear you're
Hey.
a ranger now, huh?
Yeah.
We must get a drink sometime to celebrate. For now, let's get you equipped.
Okay.
First things first. You're going to need a gas mask. You
Staple.
cannot make a step on the surface without a gas mask. It's been 20 years and the radiation's still strong enough in some places to boil water.
Listen, bro.
There are
I'm a
hotspots
ranger.
down here in the metro, too.
I didn't get to
Don't
be a
forget
ranger
filters for
by
the
not
mask.
knowing that, so.
Sure, it looks cool enough even without these, but they definitely make it better for your health.
That is true.
Now medkits. Well, what can I say? Anything you need for survival in a stylish orange case.
That is true.
Here's your advance salary for this month. Remember,
Thanks, bro.
your pay is in military-grade rounds. Sure, you can use them as usual ammo for some
160
hefty extra
for that.
damage. But saving them to buy guns, attachments, regular ammo and equipment for merchants anywhere in the metro seems like a smarter move.
That is true. Hold that. Okay. Yeah, it's just reacquainting you with all the stuff that's...
Now to the good stuff, huh?
Oh,
Let's
yes.
get you some guns.
Love
Take
some
the ones
guns.
you want and try them out on my range.
Okay, a little different than the beginning of Metro 2033. You actually get to play with some of these good boys. And there are some different weapons in this game, too. They weren't in the last game because they were introduced in this game. Okay, I'll go over the new ones, and I'll skip over the old ones. Valve. This rifle, made in the Metro by skilled gunsmiths, is extremely accurate and powerful. A truly great long-distance weapon. Now, there's never at any point in this game, except in one of the DLC missions that I'll probably play after I complete the campaign here, that you will ever need to snipe long distance. You can if you want to in some situations, but I never find myself needing more than a reflex sight. And this bad boy, you remember the Clash? Oh, classic, right? Well, this is the RPK. This classic pre-war light machine gun has great range and is very precise, at the same time being able to handle long bursts. This is like the straight upgrade from the Clash. It's got a extended magazine off the bat, which you can then put a barrel drum magazine on it, and I'll go over that as we go on. Got the revolver, shambler, abzats, everything, and there is more weapons along the way. It's just these are the first ones they offer, and he doesn't offer all of the fancy schmancy upgrades just yet.
Rifles are good for long-range targets, but you
He'll
don't
tell
want
you
to
about
get caught with your pants down if something creeps up behind you.
No kidding. The abzats, oh, abzats just base like that. Shambler.
Power at close range. Just don't go trying to snipe.
Well, yeah, why would I go trying to snipe with a shotgun? The Valve you can count on for being good, for stopping enemies that are coming towards you. Let me check out the revolver real quick.
Sturdy, reliable, and accurate.
Accurate. Yeah. They don't got all the customization options, and you'll see
All right,
why.
head over to my range and try out those guns. Come back if you want to try a different gun.
Yes, you even get to play with them for a little bit.
Put on a show for me, huh? Try out the rest of the weapons you chose.
Okay, and you can switch weapons. And
Try shooting for the center of the regular dummy's chest.
okay,
Good shot.
this one
Now
feels
shoot
better
the
too.
armored dummy. Notice the difference? It's going to take more bullets to penetrate that armor. Look for spots when you're shooting an armored target. Try a headshot. That's the critical hit. Notice the difference? Those are the basics. You can keep practicing if you want, or head on up to the region.
Press this button, you can shoot more dummies. They're all gonna be armored. RPK can, I guess, one-shot, headshot them. Or at least these dummies. I don't know how it works against live targets. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to replace this with the Abzats. Just for fun. Because, you'll see why. Let's see. Little overkill? I think not. Okay. Do that. We have ammo to burn, apparently. Lord!
Did you hear the order? You're not to disclose the fact that D6 has been found to anyone in the Metro.
The Colonel says someone already spilled the beans. The stations are crawling with rumors. Each like crazier than the last.
Damn, it's a lot of guns.
Food for 10 million, super weapons, secret machinery. And others claim there's a radio down here powerful enough to contact the bunkers in Siberia, where the president and the government are holed up. Yeah,
Why would you want to contact them? Honestly, I'd want nothing to do with my government after
Gonna get
everything.
irradiated here for damn sure.
I don't know who
way,
struck
the
first.
base is clear. At least the part we're in. They've checked it.
Yeah, there's still a tumor in the reactor.
The commander and I checked the doors. Lots of them are still sealed. Some are welded shut. And there's a few that look like they were locked from inside. So there's radioactive shit behind some of those doors. Hot enough to bake an egg.
I remember the last time. I ate an egg. Look. There's a reactor here, right?
Yeah.
On the other side of the facility. I'm not sure it's safe here. Maybe this place wasn't designed as a shelter.
What else?
No idea, but I wouldn't fuck with any of the sealed doors.
That is true.
Calling the group leaders in. There's going to be a big assembly.
Please, Osip, let me smoke in peace.
I was on duty in the Situation Room yesterday, so I heard something. Seems like there's all kinds of things stirring up.
Uh-oh.
The Reds are mobilizing. They've recruited old men, schoolboys, sent them off to training camps. I tell you, war is coming.
Who are they going to fight?
The usual suspects, probably. The Nazis.
It reminds me. The sentry's topside spotted 3 recon groups of Reich stalkers. Strange. Nazis have never been outside in such numbers before.
3 groups, you said? Where?
2 of the squads came close to this place. Serbia saw them. The Nazis checked the vents, the cellars, as if they were searching for an entry point.
Shit. Think they know we found D6?
Hard to say. Maybe. This is not good.
If they do try to get in, they're finished. Miller has tripled the guards.
True. He knows about the Nazis. But if we eliminate the scouts, they just send more. And if they do get in, I think the Order can hold off the Reich.
Slow down. The Order is neutral. We are the guardians of the entire Metro. We protect our fellow humans from monsters and mutants. What state would dare go to war against us?
Let me finish the story. There was a 3rd group of Nazis, remember? They were seen at exhibition on the surface. 8 centers there. Scalpel, Rost. They were reporting in, said the Nazis were charging them. And the line went dead.
Wait. Rost is missing in action?
What?
Not missing. He was found dead, along with Scalpel. A dozen rounds in each of them. Finished with headshots.
Shit. It was just his birthday last week. We had a drink. What kind of sick fucker would do that to him?
Nazis. One of the many reasons I hate Nazis. Though you don't really need many reasons
The
to hate
Colonel has
Nazis.
forbidden going out of the well-known areas. Our Recon team was lost yesterday in one of the side tunnels.
The last 500
Okay.
years have been...
This
Pay
Miller?
no attention to
That's
this
all
clown,
now.
Alex. Open the gates.
His hair is kind of feathery.
Have you heard about Lesnitsky?
Lesnitsky?
What are you talking about?
Check with the guards at the lab.
What the hell did he do?
I'm not sure what you
All right,
need
let's go.
backpacks for inside here, but okay. How Khan snuck in here, I have no idea.
The tombs of ancient kings were filled with whatever they might need in the afterlife. Weapons, gold, chariots. They'd sacrifice their wives and slaves to serve their lords even in death. Reminds me of this bunker.
Cut that shit out.
I don't quite understand what you mean.
The things in D6 are like what a conqueror took with him beyond the grave.
I'm gonna get a
Gold,
drink.
steel, and wild steeds, and treasures untold. Of course, the Tomb Raiders would always die horribly, killed by demons or ghosts, or their own greed.
We're not greedy.
Will you shut up or what?
It's not greedy to be,
I heard that Lesnitsky did something.
survivalist.
What happened?
Nobody knows. Lesnitsky was at the lab. When the next shift came, the door was open and the lab ransacked. Lesnitsky was gone.
Shit. So, what's inside?
Chemical weapons, maybe some other shit. That's all I heard.
God damn it. The Colonel's going to tear me a new one because of Lesnitsky. A red-hot poker right into my soul. If I still have it.
Haha.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So the reactor with the tumor thing
But it's like a damn
is on the other side of the
the
facility.
bunkers, the nooks and crannies and exits. Still, the base the order dreamed of finding.
Yes.
Just came back from the ring. They say Hansa is strengthening the sentry points along the whole line, especially the ones close to the Nazis.
I just left the briefing. 2 Nazi assault teams have started the fight with the raids somewhere on the surface.
That doesn't sound good.
Let me find out. What are they doing on the surface in the first place? They never went there in such numbers before.
HQ thinks they're looking to break into this place.
Well, you couldn't hide the news forever, and now they're all salivating over D6.
Seems like we'll have to share.
With hungry wolves? They're going to share you, bro. And then
Bro.
each other.
They've never touched the order before.
Because the order was like a hedgehog. No meat to speak of and too much trouble getting to it. But now we
That's a
have
good analogy.
lots of meat, and they all want to bite.
Did you hear about scalpel and roast? They say it's the Nazis.
Big
I can believe
mistake. Miller does not forget such things. We'll find those responsible in time. All of them.
Yes.
And they will sleep with the fishes.
I've got a feeling like before the war. In the summer. When a thunderstorm was coming and the air was thick and humid. Suffocating.
I was 2 when the war started. You're talking about storms? I don't remember that shit.
I wonder if my son even knows the word storm. I'll ask him when I get home.
Don't talk about home either.
Okay, I can't keep listening to this
Take
stuff.
these guys to
I've
Miller.
got
They've been
games to
summoned.
play here.
Yes, sir. All right, go on in. I'll wait here. When you've gone, I'll speak to Miller.
That's a really awkward position, Ullman, I have to say. You must have a wedgie. I would stand like that if I
The
had a
bombing
wedgie.
of the Dark Ones may have been humanity's worst mistake. What if they
pretty
meant us
big
no
sin.
harm, but were trying to communicate? Perhaps the severe pain and loss of consciousness suffered in their presence just meant we were incompatible. Machines with different wiring. But somehow you, Artyom, have the common wire. The connection with the Dark Ones. Yes, people died at Exhibition. Your
Yeah.
home station. Hunter, the best of the Order, is most likely dead as well.
He was the
And
best?
he taught you this. If we don't fight for our lives in this new world, we'll be devoured. It is the law of evolution. But I would argue, the old laws no longer apply.
You don't fight, you die, Khan.
All right, Artyom. And you, God, you have something to report?
Yes, Colonel.
Let's keep it short then.
I
Short.
located the surviving Dark One at the Gardens.
One of those things is still alive?
Luckily, yes.
Luckily! Come, this is utter madness. The Dark Ones were the greatest threat the Order's ever faced.
Colonel, just give me a chance. A single Dark One is no threat. Artyom has a gift. I believe he can establish contact with the creature. Let him come with me.
All right. Artyom, go with Khan to the gardens.
Okay.
And locate the Dark One.
Okay.
I'll send a sniper along. My best. Anna.
Yes, sir.
Why would we need a sniper?
To eliminate the creature and finish the Order's job.
Miller, you can't! It's murder!
Restrain him!
You idiot! You're making the same mistake that...
We're done here. Escort Khan out of here.
Artyom! It's your last chance for forgiveness! For getting rid of the nightmares! Ah!
Forget about Khan. Looks like he got close. Too close to the creature and lost his mind. Look here, Artyom. Complete the mission and get back here quickly. A war is coming, and I'll need every ranger at his post. Now on your way.
So, what are you waiting for? Come along, Rabbit.
Rabbit? That looks like a dick.
If it's true that the Dark Ones can sense you, maybe you could draw it out from hiding so Anna can have a clear shot. But do me a favor, huh? Don't let the Dark One get into your mind, or Anna will have 2 targets. Is that understood? We now suspect Lesnitsky was a sleeper agent, but we haven't verified who's running him. Your job is to intercept him before he delivers the stolen container. Understood?
Yes, sir.
If Lesnitsky escapes with the container, the entire Metro's at risk. So if you can't take him alive, you damn well better bring me his head.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Okay, Miller's kind of evolved into an asshole. I mean, he used to heed Khan's advice, but now he's just like, fuck Khan, right? Okay, good, no one. Phew! I was afraid I might have missed one. I must do what Hunter demanded of me, what Miller ordered me, what Anna expects of me. I must prove to them all that I deserve to be one of them, to be one of the Order's fighters, to dedicate my life to the protection of humanity, the protection of the Metro. This mission is tailor-made for me. I am the only one impervious to the influence of the Dark Ones. Perhaps I was born to rid humanity of them once and for all. And now I am one step from fulfilling that task. So why am I so uneasy? The writing in this, in the notes, is better than 33. Honestly. I think, anyway.
Don't tell me you believe that bullshit about making peace with the Dark Ones. I wish I had been up in that tower myself to see the missiles fall and watch them burn in their nests. Come on, Rabbit. Would you let those things into the Metro? Let them crawl into our brains so they could use us like animals. Maybe we could mate with them, so the children could live on the surface and feed off the radiation.
Kinky.
Shit. You don't shake hands with the devil.
Please step away from the edge of the platform. Train coming in.
I mean, just maybe our decision was a little hasty to kill them.
Hop in like a good little rabbit.
Stop being so sexy like that.
Well, we've worn this place out. Let's move.
That's a big ass sniper rifle she got on her back. Okay.
Just a year ago, I stood on top of the TV tower and saw missiles rain on the botanical gardens, turning the flesh into ashes, smelting metal and glass. Nobody and nothing could survive that inferno. Yet Khan did find a Dark One there. Now my mission is to find and eliminate it. To finish what I started.
Well, we will have to finish what we started. But in the next episode. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like. If you really liked this episode, like and subscribe. If you really, really liked this episode, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified of when we post. After I finish editing this one, I may or may not get to work on the next one. It is kind of late. What time is it? about 1:30 in the AM. So we shall see how that'll go. But, you know, until I figure that out, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you in the next part. But until then, this is No Life Gaming. I'm MegaMuffin37. This is Metro Last Light. And I really, really, really hope to see you again in the next episode. But until then, everyone, have a good one.